That's my thing with libertarians is like, it seems like an exhausting form of life on the planet. Like, oh, I got to make sure my food doesn't have poison. I got to like do all the like regulation myself to the point where I cannot live a normal life, like that seems like to me the reality of the libertarian vision of the world, I mean,
there's my all-time favorite example, people have heard me talk about this before, but is Yaron Brook from the Ayn Rand Institute.
Love him.
Yes. He basically, one of the first episodes of the show he was on, he sort of accused me of wanting to take away his television, I think.
And he was doing this in an empty room too, which made it even more absurd.
It's like, I don't even see a TV, man. I think
he loves. I have heard debates with him, and he's very afraid that someone's gonna like take his like TV and his like DVD player and his Roku. Like that's his main thing, is that he has this crap that he like really loves that somebody's gonna take from him.
I mean, I don't know how much I would be willing to sign a pledge. Committing myself to under no circumstances your odds Roku.
I'm not signing anything. I want that Roku.
Well, here's how you can tell that Jake is the actual union organizer on the screen. He's like, what? I'm going to make a concession before we even start negotiating.
Yeah, everything will be under.
Roku is still on the table.
Yeah. He's got some first editions of Atlas Shrugged that we might have to keep redistribute. An eye on. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's pretty striking how these people always act like the fact that crony capitalism exists is completely as if it's completely independent from the nature of capitalism itself. Like there's some kind of magic version of capitalism that would exist in which there wasn't this intertwining between the state and big business. I would love to hear what they think that is and how that's going to come about. I mean, and for the record, I think socialists should answer that question too, in the sense of like concentration of power as an issue, right? That you're going to have to deal with, and you're designing your society. But it's like kind of ridiculous. They act like it's just different levers you could turn, like turn up the capitalism, turn down the government. We got an ANCAP fantasy. Unless there's something I'm missing here.
Yeah, totally.
I think it's the Scotsmen, that they're not true Scotsmen in capitalism. They're just cronies.
Well, because I mean, like, yeah, why is it that you end up with this entwining, right? Like, I mean, essentially, like, this is always the thing that seems crazy to me about it, because it's like, look, if you accept that we're going to have massive inequality of material wealth, the idea that that's not going to find ways of translating itself into massive inequality of political power just seems insane to me. It's like, of course it will, right? Like, it's like you're just going to have like a more virtuous class of rich people who aren't going to try to exercise political influence.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think like his angle too is like, a lot of people who are like either have a dream of being a small business owner or are small business owners, and they kind of like fancy themselves libertarians. Even for that, it's a very like immature view of the world. I remember I heard this interview with Jordan Peterson where he was talking about how in Canada, their kind of single payer, like not tied to your employment healthcare actually promotes entrepreneurship. And to me, that's like a very nuanced view of like, yeah, like, so if you're really on this like small business, entrepreneur thing, like you have to have a very childlike view if you're going to take on the Ayn Rand, every man for himself, no state thing, because even for you as a small business owner, it could screw you,
Yeah, totally. I mean, look, no state essentially means you have a bunch of private mini states with no accountability to anybody, right? It's like the consumer is always right. And in this case, those with the most material wealth, right, are the consumers of like your private security armies and whatnot. And it just sort of starts to sound very quickly like feudalism. But I think, but what I was going to say about Yaron Brook is like, my favorite Yaron thing was not him accusing me of wanting to steal his Roku. It was his debate with Sam, where he says, where they were talking about something else, that Miami condo collapse. And he ends up biting the bullet at the end of the discussion. Like, yeah, that should have been on them. They should have, the tenants should have, before they signed those leases, they should have asked more questions about how often they did safety inspections.
Yeah, when I go to rent buy a condo or lease a condo, I'm gonna go into the foundation of the condo with my, construction equipment and my, leveling crap to make sure that it's not about to fall over. That is like instantly discrediting. Like, you should never listen to that guy again. That's insane. That's insanity.
You have been watching free public content from Give Them an Argument. To access every single episode of the show, the main show on Monday nights, all of the streams, all of the debate breakdowns, all of the patron-exclusive postgames on Monday nights, all of the patron-exclusive bonus episodes every week, and much, much more, go to patreon.com/Ben Burgis. I cannot resist ending this with, don't be foolish.